Cybersecurity is an investment that we've been making at an increasing rate. It's something that our management is very focused on, and we have more than annual reviews with our board of directors on our preparedness for a cybersecurity attack. What I will say is innovation is really the lifeblood of our company. That innovation is tied from a financial perspective on the balance sheet to the intellectual property as an asset. So we're very guarded and protective of that security.
What about the vaccine? And I mean, we've talked to Paul about when it's likely to be and trials likely to take place. How much money are you actually putting into the R&D on the vaccine?
Yeah, so the R&D and manufacturing capacity that we're building, which is more than what we have today, is going to total about $1.4 billion before investments from other parts, let's say government organizations. So BARDA here in the U.S. has agreed to $450 million of funding. We haven't received other funding at this point, but we are in very good conversations with the EU, the Gates Foundation, and other major countries to ensure that should the science bear out, and we're moving as fast as we can there responsibly, that we've got the manufacturing capacity to put as many vaccine regimens onto the market as soon as possible.
You've already got the US government saying we want some. You've got the EU saying we want some. As the money man, what is your role? What are you saying here?
Yeah, so we've kind of taken that part of the discussion off the table. Given the urgency, as you've noted, Richard, I think about the vaccine in three components. It's the science, which Dr. Paul Stoffels and you have talked about on a number of occasions. It's the scale of J&J. So the clinical trials that we're running on platforms that are proven will be ranging from ages 18 to beyond ages 65, the most vulnerable population, and it will include all ethnicities. And then lastly, it's about access. And so when we identified our lead candidate on March 30th, we at the same time announced that we would be distributing that at not-for-profit pricing. We have conviction. We're standing by that pledge. In fact, we're going to be very transparent as to how those costs are derived and have it audited by one of the public accounting firms that are well-known.
So let's be clear, because this is the first time, and I'm so glad that I'm talking to you, because these are issues that I can't really talk about with others because they go to the financing of this. J&J is saying, you know, you want to recover your costs of a coronavirus, but you're not in it to make money. Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly what we're saying related to the vaccine. During the emergency period, we realized the urgency, the need across the globe. And it's important for all businesses, not just J&J's businesses, for all businesses that we are part of the solution here. So that was an early commitment made by our CEO, Alex Gorsky, and we stand by that today.
How close are you?
I would say we're moving as fast as we can, 24/7. Paul Stoffels and his team have met, quite frankly, exceeded every deadline that's been given to them. We will have preclinical data published in a significant and prominent scientific journal in the coming weeks. We will start human testing next Wednesday. And we're also in discussions with the NIH to see if we can start phase 3, so measuring the efficacy of the vaccine in late September. So that's an accelerated timeline as well. Again, we're going to move very quickly, prove out the science, but we're going to do it ensuring that safety and tolerability remain of paramount importance.
If I look at, for example, consumer health, one would have thought that would have done okay because people were buying more disinfectants, more household products, more bathroom products, except for the skin health and beauty care because they weren't going out.
It's a tale of two cities. So in over-the-counter medicines and oral care, where you think about germs and reducing fevers, those businesses did really well, growing 2 to 3 times faster than what they grew in 2019. But the skin and beauty, if you think about people staying at home a little bit more, not using some of the cosmetic products, sun care, right? We're taking less vacations, spending less time outdoors, and that has an impact on our business. So we're very bullish about the long term for our skin health beauty unit, but that was obviously a consequence of the pandemic.